Welcome to 30-Second Chances, where we ask deep, contemplative questions and provide far too little time to formulate thoughtful, reflective answers. My guest today is Mike Lawson, Executive Director of Technology in Music Education. Mike, how you doing?
I'm good.
Glad to hear it. Got a couple of guitars behind you. That's nice to see.
Those are the ones I play.
All at the same time.
No, those are all along the wall.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, you know the drill, 30 seconds on the clock and on to the next question. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Excellent. Question number one. Describe your job to a 5-year-old.
I teach teachers to use computers to teach music.
You mean teachers don't know how to use computers?
No, they don't.
Oh, that's really scary. And they're teaching our kids who do know how to use computers.
We're trying to bridge the gap.
That makes me really nervous about the teachers. All right, next question. The Mike Lawson action figure has just been released. What two must-have accessories are bundled with it?
A bottle of Excedrin and a guitar.
In that order?
In that order.
I see. You're too good at this. You know, your answers are not even hitting 30 seconds. You know, I mean,
That was the idea, right?
I'm not really sure. I don't know. We've had some people on here who are radio people, and they're like, 3 seconds. You know. Fair enough. Next question. What album or show would you like to have mixed, and how would you have done it differently?
Wow. I would love to have mixed The Rise and Fall of Ziggy Stardust and the Spiders from Mars, and I probably would have livened the drums up just a bit.
Good choice. Yeah, no kidding. I think I would have liked to mix that one too.
That's
Or
a
at least be
great record.
on the wall in the studio for it, man. No kidding.
Right? Yeah, I thought the drums were a tad thuddy on it, but overall a great record and so important to me as a kid, you know.
Totally understood. Next question. If you had a mini-me that was 12 inches tall, what tasks would you assign to him and why?
Cable wrapping, because I absolutely hate to wrap cables and they're all over the floor at any given time.
But of course, then you have to teach him to wrap a cable properly.
Yeah, but you know, it wouldn't take long because he's not very tall.
Of course, then you'd have cables that were looped very small. Think about it.
Yeah, that works for me though.
The next question. What's the weirdest thing you believed as a small child?
The weirdest thing I believed as a small child? Probably that penguins walked all the way to the Middle East for a boat ride.
Do I want to know where you got that impression from?
The book of Genesis. That's what they told me in Sunday school. And
And
I believed it.
specifically the penguins, right?
Yeah. And I thought, how did they get from Antarctica to the Middle East? And I wasn't supposed to ask that question, apparently.
Right. There's a whole bunch of questions you're not supposed to ask.
I have a list.
Yeah, that's why they call it faith. Yes. Next question. What one musical trend are you really, really glad has gone away?
The Macarena. Definitely the Macarena.
Oh, come on. It's not that hard to do, you know?
It's just horribly annoying, and I'm not good. I'm not coordinated enough to do it. That's the truth.
Wow. I don't know what to say about that.
Just can't use both hands, and I can't do it. Yeah, I can't do
Guitar
it.
player, man. Of course you
Yeah.
can.
One track.
Next question. What's the most creative backhanded compliment you've ever received?
That was a really tasty solo last night on that tune, Mike.
That doesn't sound backhanded. That sounds almost genuine.
Yeah, that's what makes it so backhanded, because it came from another guitar player.
I see. Okay. Next question. Tell me something about yourself that sounds absolutely absurd, but is actually true.
I hung out with Pink Floyd for an evening and the next day, and sat at the mixer at the Hoosier Dome in their concert tour in 1994.
It doesn't sound ridiculous. That actually sounds quite
Well,
plausible.
it does to you and I, but if I tell anybody outside of our circle, they're like, really?
Yeah, I understand. That's part of what I go through all the time. Next question. What would 15-year-old you be most and least impressed with about present day you?
Um, Most impressed with the fact that I finally have all the recording gear and toys and guitars and everything I could ever have wanted. Least impressed with what I did with it.
Well, you recorded music with it, right?
Yeah, but should have done two or three Sergeant Peppers by now, right? I'm 52. So
Next question. Steve Irwin has you in a headlock. What's he telling the audience about you and your native habitat?
crikey, this one's slippery because he eats a lot of barbecued pig meat. I'm gonna
And
go
what
with that.
about your habitat?
Yeah, it's just surrounded by barbecued grease and pigs.
Well, that's right. You're in Nashville, aren't you?
I am in
Mm.
Nashville.
Yes, that explains a lot. Next question. What's the worst thing you've ever said to a client or a boss without thinking?
Probably, I don't care what you say to me on Monday. I don't like what you said to me today. The boss who upset me rather well, and I let him have it, knowing he was out of town on a Friday, and that Monday I'd probably get fired, but I didn't care. So
I see. So you were carrying the grudge throughout the entire weekend.
yes, absolutely.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. That concludes our questions. I'm going to put 30 seconds more on the clock and allow you to either answer for me a question you wish I had asked you, shamelessly plug something you're doing, ask me a question, pontificate on life, whatever you like. 30 seconds. Go.
I'm just going to pontificate on something that I'm really passionate about, and that is teaching music educators how to integrate technology into the music classroom. We had thousands of teachers sign up, reserve slots at NAM for our sessions last week, and we have over 500 registered already for our Texas Music Educators Association conference, which we're doing online for the first time, like everybody else coming up. This is a real rewarding thing for me personally, and for the teachers who then get to go out and impact literally 1 million students with and infuse them with a love of making music for a lifetime.
Amen, brother. Very nice. Mike Lawson, thank you for being our guest.
Thanks for having me.